Well, with the draft and free agent signings behind them, the Indianapolis Colts may have raised as many questions as answers as the team looks ahead to the new 17-game NFL regular season. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. The Colts' busy offseason brought in a new quarterback, Carson Wentz, bolstered the defense through the draft, and perhaps solved the issue of protecting Wentz via the acquisition of an all-pro left tackle. But. And so for his assessment of General Manager Chris Ballard's activity, we turn to veteran Colts insider Kevin Bowen, who covers the team for 107.5 and 93.5, The Fan WFNI. And Kevin, welcome to the program. How you doing, my man?
Thanks for having me, Bill. Doing great.
Well, I know the Colts are in the midst of their voluntary off-field or training, and they will shut it down here in about another week, and then it's going to be training camp. But let's look back at the draft. We heard left tackle, and then the Colts go defensive end, and I think that everybody scratched their heads a little bit, but maybe it'll all work out. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Chris Ballard had a clear focus coming into the draft that he felt like defensive end and addressing that area, which, he's missed on some draft picks, if you're going to be honest, in that position group. That needed a lot of attention. And then obviously, a week or so after the draft, they go out and sign Eric Fisher, who he has past history with. And I think in the back of his mind, he always knew that was a possibility there. But yeah, Kwity Paye in round 1 out of Michigan, he's going to come in, and I think he's going to be a day 1 starter for you. And then Dayo Odeyingbo in round 2, a little bit more of a project down the road, tore his Achilles back in January, but a really long, big body, similar to DeForest Buckner, but just kind of too good to pass up there at number 54.
Well, you hear of teams having Achilles heels, and of course the Colts now have Achilles tendons, and you mentioned Odeyingbo, and also Eric Fisher also has coming off an Achilles issue. I mean, that's a bit of a roll of the medical dice.
Certainly, and Eric Fisher's a guy that not only the Achilles coming off of that, he tore it in January, but also in 2019, he missed half the season with Kansas City. Now, when he was out there for the Chiefs that season, they didn't lose a single game. They were 11-0 when he was in the lineup. So if healthy, this is a guy that should give you Anthony Costanzo type play at left tackle. But you know full well, Bill, what an Achilles injury can mean to athletes. Now, present day 2021, has it improved? Has the rehab time shortened? Definitely. The Colts feel like Fisher's a little bit ahead of schedule, which they like that, but still, he can miss a couple games into the season, and we know that schedule's very difficult right out of the gate. So we'll see how they kind of work through that left tackle if he has to miss any time. And,
of course, at the controls, taking over for the retired now, Philip Rivers, the Colts go out and get Carson Wentz, a very up career for a while in Philly, and then it went south. Your thoughts about Carson Wentz coming in?
I think it's rare to find a quarterback in free agency or via trade that still offers a really high ceiling. And I do think Carson Wentz offers that. Now, was he one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL last season? Without a doubt. The Colts are steadfast in believing that the things around Wentz in Philadelphia, i.e. offensive line, skill players, coaching staff, it just wasn't maybe as, good of an atmosphere as they can provide him here in Indianapolis. It's also a Fargo, North Dakota kid in Philadelphia. That media market's a little bit different than Indianapolis. His wife's from Kentucky, so back to the Midwest a little bit there. So I think the Colts just feel like they will support Wentz a whole lot better. Being at practice this week, it is pretty impressive. His sheer size, his ability to move, and just an effortless arm down the field. But until things get real, we're going to find out if 2021 or if 2020 was an aberration, or if this is a guy that is the quarterback that Philadelphia said enough is enough a couple months ago.
And Kevin, certainly Wentz has the great relationship with Frank Reich. I mean, going back to Philly.
Yeah, he has an unbelievable relationship with Frank. I kind of said it during the trade process. I feel like Carson Wentz is the son Frank Reich never had. I know that might sound like an extreme statement, but these two align very much off the field, morally. Both of them, I think, have a similar line of thinking. And then from a football intellect, this is a guy that, without a doubt, him and Frank both really align in that. And I think from an IQ standpoint inside those meeting rooms, those two dating back to their days in Philadelphia, really connect in that sense.
Kevin, let's talk about the schedule. Expanded to 17 games and opening with Seattle. I mean, you're going to get your attention right away with this schedule. What's your overall assessment?
Boy, how about that gauntlet to start the year? I mean, it's brutal. Not only the Seahawks week 1, but the Rams week 2. Obviously, for Lucas Oil Stadium and getting fans back in that building, it's an awesome schedule. But then you got 3 straight on the road. The Colts are only one of 3 teams to have a 3-game road trip right in a row. I think it's at Tennessee, at Miami, at Baltimore. So that jumps right out at you because this team has struggled out of the gate. We mentioned Eric Fisher coming back from the Achilles. Obviously, Carson Wentz acclimating to this environment. System-wise, he should know, a Frank Reich offense. But we saw Phillip Rivers have some early season struggles last year. If Wentz has that, this schedule isn't as favorable as last year's start. And even in last year's start, you still struggled out of the gate there. So that's probably what jumped out to me the most. And then obviously no home Sunday or Monday primetime game, which if I'm Jim Irsay, I'd be furious about that. It's now, I think, 6 years running. The Colts haven't had a home Sunday or Monday night game.
Yeah, that bothers me as well, and I think it bothers a lot of Colts fans, and it should bother Jim Irsay. Okay, yes. Kevin, really quickly, we got to wrap up. Give me your numbers. What's it going to be?
Yeah, I'm hovering right around 10 or 11 wins. Obviously, you got the one extra game this year. I think it's a tough schedule. Tampa Bay, Buffalo late in the year, Arizona on Christmas. I'll say 11, but man, I really need to see Carson Wentz in the preseason before I feel good about that.
All right. Kevin Bowen, 107.5 The Fan. Great insights as always. Love listening to your takes on the radio, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks so much for being on.
Appreciate that, Bill. Thank you.